Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Japanese ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to describe something using 2 adjectives in Japanese? You'll learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Emily, and this is 3-Step Japanese by JapanesePot11.com. In this lesson, you'll learn how to describe something using 2 adjectives through a quick conversation. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they describe a thing with 2 different adjectives. 京都まで2時間ですよ。何か食べませんか？大丈夫です。あんまり食欲がありませんから。ほら、車内販売がありますよ。駅弁を食べましょう。あ、すみません。どれがおすすめですか？このお弁当は安くておいしいですよ。そうそう。このお弁当はヘルシーでおいしいですよね。はい。めぐみさん、これにしましょうよ。それでいいです。Now, let's go over the dialogue again with translation this time. 京都まで2時間ですよ。何か食べませんか？ It's 2 hours to Kyoto. Shall we eat something? 大丈夫です。あまり食欲がありませんから。I'm okay. I don't have much of an appetite. ほら、車内販売がありますよ。駅弁を食べましょう。Look, there's in-train sales. Let's eat an 駅弁。あ、すみません。どれがおすすめですか？ Excuse me, which one do you recommend? このお弁当は安くておいしいですよ。This bento is cheap and delicious. This is our focus sentence. Let's break it down. First is the phrase このお弁当は or this bento. このお弁当は This starts with the word この meaning this. この Next is は the topic marking particle. After that it's the adjective 安くて meaning cheap and. 安くて This comes from the word 安い meaning cheap. 安い However, the い is replaced by くて the conjunctive form. くて Together, it's 安くて cheap and 安くて Next is the word おいしい meaning delicious. おいしい After that, です meaning is. です Finally, we have よ the sentence ending particle for emphasis. よ Altogether, it's このお弁当は安くておいしいですよ。This bento is cheap and delicious. このお弁当は安くておいしいですよ。そうそう、このお弁当はヘルシーでおいしいですよね。That's right. This bento is healthy and tasty. This line uses ヘルシーで instead of ヘルシーくて。ヘルシー is a na adjective, so the conjunctive form is a little different. はい Yes. めぐみさん、これにしましょうよ。めぐみ、let's go with this one. それでいいです。That sounds good. Let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern is the structure that all of our examples will follow. Noun はくて or で Adjective です。Noun is adjective and adjective. First, we have noun は. This marks the topic of the sentence, which is the thing or person being described. Next, we have an adjective in its connected form. For e adjectives, this means replacing the final e with くて. For na adjectives, we add で after the adjective instead of na. This allows us to connect two adjectives describing the same noun. Finally, we have the second adjective, followed by です, which maintains the polite form of the sentence. Let's see how a line from the dialogue follows this pattern. このお弁当は安くておいしいですよ. In this sentence, この is a demonstrative adjective meaning this, modifying お弁当 which means 弁当. The noun is marked by は indicating it as the topic. 安い is an e adjective meaning cheap. Since it connects to another adjective, we change it to 安くて. おいしい is an e adjective meaning delicious. Since it is the last adjective in the sentence, it remains in its standard form. ですよ adds politeness and emphasis to the statement. So, このお弁当は安くておいしいですよ means this bento is cheap and delicious. Now you can use this structure to describe things with multiple adjectives in Japanese. Almost all borrowed adjectives, the ones written in katakana, are treated as na adjectives in Japanese. For example, healthy, handsome, simple, and so on. We add で after the adjective to connect it to the next word. For example, in the dialogue, we have このお弁当はヘルシーで美味しいですよね. Now, let's look at some speaking examples. この部屋は狭くて暗いです. This room is small and dark. Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. Here, この is a demonstrative adjective meaning this, modifying 部屋 which means room. The noun is marked by は indicating it as the topic. 狭い is an e adjective meaning small. Since it connects to another adjective, we change it to 狭くて. 暗い is an e adjective meaning dark. Since it is the last adjective in the sentence, it remains in its standard form. です adds politeness and formal structure to the statement. So, この部屋は狭くて暗いです means this room is small and dark. Now you can use this structure to describe things with multiple adjectives in Japanese. Here's another example. この店は高くて美味しくないです. This shop is expensive and not delicious. この店は高くて美味しくないです。This shop is expensive and not delicious. Let's try one more. この本は難しくて面白くないです。This book is difficult and not interesting. この本は難しくて面白くないです。This book is difficult and not interesting. Another one. このゲームは簡単で面白いです。This game is simple and interesting. このゲームは簡単で面白いです。This game is simple and interesting. One last example. この街は賑やかで便利です。This town is lively and convenient. この街は賑やかで便利です。This town is lively and convenient. Now you know how to describe something using two adjectives in Japanese. And you can move on to the practice. またね。